Hello everyone in Twilight European Network. Now we are just during International and Community Program, and this is why my guest today is Marty Brennan. Hello Marty.
Hello Anya.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Department of Justice, Law, Equality and Children. It's like supported the community program. Yeah. What does it mean actually for the simply people which are watching our program? What you can say about this?
Well, what we're going to do over the next few evenings, there is going to be a series of programs. And these programs are dedicated to each individual community. And we want to show their heritage, their history, their culture, and a lot of things that are so similar.
Perfect. Like, can you just tell me, we will be show like one group, or we want to go for the few different communities?
We'll be covering different communities, and each one of them will be broadcast as different programs. And it looks forward to being very good, interesting viewing.
We start from the Bengali.
Yeah, the Bengali, 10 years ago, they came to Kilkenny and they had their community festival of football, and they came back again for the international community festivals, and we should have a look at that now and see what it's like.
Exactly. Come on, we have a look.
This tournament is an inter-Bangladeshi community tournament, and for the first time in Ireland for our community, it's a Gold Cup football tournament sponsored by BD Food Ireland. And today is five teams are participating. I think about 10 years ago, we did a even bigger football tournament in this pitch, watershed pitch. And it was fantastic. I know the Martin, my friend, and everybody else was here. A lot of people was here. And we, after 10 years, it's not that we stopped. It was going on everywhere. In Dublin, in Limerick, Cork, Galway. It's rotationally is going everywhere. But Kilkenny is a very popular venue. And we are just doing this year in Kilkenny again. And hopefully it will go well. And we'll do it again and again.
Hi, my name is Andrew McGuinness. I'm Mayor of Kilkenny City, and I'm delighted to be here with the Bangladeshi community here in Kilkenny and all over the country for the final stages of the Bangladeshi Football League. I'm delighted that it's come to Kilkenny again. It's been here in 2011 before, and I was here for that event too. And it's great to see so many people coming and enjoying Kilkenny like this, especially after we've gone through 18 months of being locked down and not been able to be around each other. It's great to see a little bit of normality come back again. And I just want to say well done to SYED, Mustafa and all of the Bangladeshi community here in Kilkenny and BD Foods for everything that they've done in terms of organising this. And you will always have my support as Mayor going forward into the future. Thank you.
That was actually really interesting, I think, so even like for me.
Yeah, and I mean, like you would have seen an interview there with SYED Mustafa's RAHMAN. SYED is actually the former president of the Bengali Association of Ireland, and he is also a board member of the Twilight Community Group.
Perfect. If I hear the Mustafa, this is the same person which one will be go with the part with the seniors, and it's something about the seniors as well, yeah?
Yeah, because one of the things we wanted to show is the difference that each community have when they're looking after their seniors. And there's a wonderful piece coming up down here where SYED will explain how the communities back in Bengali look after their seniors.
My name is SYED MUSTAFIZUR RAHMAN. I am originally from Bangladesh. I live in Ireland for last 31 years, living in Kilkenny for about 26 or 27 years. And when I came to Kilkenny, I actually liked the place, liked the city, liked the people, was doing some business here, and then I decided to stay in Kilkenny. In Bangladesh, the older people, most of them, I mean, say 10% of the parents or grandparents, they actually care at home if they are sick or they are too old, and the old age difficulties. Even we don't leave them in the home or hospital. We try to care ourselves. If they need to go to hospital, then they goes. Otherwise, we don't abandon them. And is, you can say, 99.99% elderly people kept at home, looked after by their son and daughter or even grandson and daughters. And it's a shame if someone doesn't look after them. This is the socially they will be not treated well by the society. No. So it's a value, you can say. That's the family value. And that's, if someone said, I look after my parents, that's not something unusual. If someone said they don't, it is unusual. I myself, I live in Ireland for a long time. After me, there is so many people came to Ireland from Bangladesh, and what they do, just giving you a picture, that everyone who is earning money here, more or less, whatever, they send money to their parents, their brother, their sister, to home every month. It's not sometime, it's every month. It's their duty to send the money to home to look after their family. It's not the family only wife and children, also the parents, and if the brother, sister need money or need help, they do regular basis. Wow. I can tell you that. And a lot of people from Bangladesh, they live in Middle East. And in the Middle East, whatever wages they get, they keep some for themselves for everyday expenses. Rest of the money they send home to their father, and then the father keep the money, and then they will decide what to do for the entire family. If the person goes back home, then they share that, or if they want to buy a house or build a house, they do it together. That's the story about nearly everyone.
This is, I think, so it's the best thing for the seniors, people which one living here.
Yeah, you can actually see the way they work with their communities, and when you're an elder, you are a very important member of society.
Yes, we all need actually support. We all need to be involved with something.
Yeah, it's very true, very true. Seniors are possibly one of the most undervalued members of society. They have an experience of life, and as we do often say, they have a degree that no one else can get. You can go through college, you can go through university, you can have your masters and everything, but the one thing you cannot get is a degree of life, and every senior has that.
We have a last one material, which one is the interview with Dr. Jasbir Singh Puri. We can have a look and then we chat about that after.
We're here today with Dr. Jasbir Singh Puri, and he is one of the leading Indian developing communities here in the Republic of Ireland. And what we want to do is we just want to talk about a little bit about the Indian community here, the connections between India and Ireland, and ways we can work together. And I am honoured to have you here with us today, and thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes when we talk to organisations, they forget that it's actually people, you know, that there's people involved, and sometimes it's nice to hear their history. And just off camera, you mentioned that you were in Kilkenny.
Yes, I started my career. I came to Ireland 1988 when there were very few Indians, and my first job was in St. Luke's Hospital, Kilkenny.
Excellent.
And then I moved to Dublin after 8 months.
Right, I mean that's an unusual connection, seeing as a TWILIGHT community group is a Kilkenny basis where we started from. And when I was reading the piece on your website, there's 45,000 people of Indian descent here now.
Yeah, there are
5,000 students.
There are about now 45,000, 46,000 people, around that number.
That's quite a large diaspora.
And when we were here, 88, we were hardly any numbers. They were mostly some doctors or some Indian, business owners, they were there. Some in the takeaway business and restaurant business, they were there. And then when we came back to Dublin, then I found our Sikh Gurdwara here, which is very near your place here, on the Serpentine Avenue itself. And then there was an India club here at that time for social and cultural activities. And then community started increasing on and on, but community really took a upturn on 00 and 01 onwards. Ireland really opened up. And a lot of nurses started pouring into the country. After 9/11, huge amount of nurses came out here, especially from the south of India, Kerala community. There were a lot of nurses there. Doctors were there already. And then more doctors started coming. Then a lot of students came actually in 01. After 9/11, we did have a problem with them at the 9/11 because people were refusing them accommodation and all that, especially the people from Sikh community and the Muslim community. This was the biggest problem at that time. And I being a Sikh, and I was looking after the management in the Gurdwara. We call the Sikh temple as Gurdwara. And we accommodated about 100 students there. They were all sitting on the floor. We provided them everything, all 3 square meals. And then we requested them slowly and slowly, when you get the accommodation, you move on. But people moved out, although the neighbors complained and all that. Those things occurred, but we came out clear with everything. And the community started flourishing. We didn't bother at that time whether the student was a Sikh or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian. Anybody who was coming, who knew the ethos of Sikhism, that no drugs, no alcohol, and all those things are not allowed in the premises, no meat is allowed, only vegetarian food is allowed. And we provided them all the 3 square meals and facility for taking a shower or washing, we had 1 or 2 showers there. And they were good enough. They maintained the sanctity, as well as, they were together. And now few of them, they are settled already here. They became the naturalized Irish citizens, And the Indian community as such, from India Club, then here was in 2012, there was an ambassador, RAHMAN, Indian ambassador, he was there. He said, why don't you form an umbrella organization? And we did have that vision. Late Mr. Shourie, he was
I didn't know Mr. Shourie.
And Mr. Shourie was a cloth merchant, wholesaler. And he said, let's make it up. And then with his guidance and all that, we all started making the Federation of Indian Communities in Ireland. All the smaller organizations, they were there, and we didn't say that you become assimilated into this one, but it became an umbrella organization where they are doing their own cultural functions. But here we were looking for a broader picture of the community, because the problems will be coming in when the communities come in large numbers, because they are schooling of the children, preservation of the culture, that's so important. And at the same time, Garda Diversity was also working at the same time. So we were attending their meeting and explaining our religions to them, like you see me as a Sikh, a different attire. So people were not knowing. We did explain, and the guards were good enough. They have included in their booklets now this is Sikh, this is this is the norms of the Polish community or the Romanian community or an Indian community or a Pakistan Muslim community, how to enter the house, what to say and what not to say. So all those things.
Do you think that like that, where the Gardaí were putting in diversity into their pamphlets or papers and stuff like that, is it a fear of the unknown? You know, that an Irish person doesn't know the difference between Hindu, Sikh, and you know what I mean? That we if we don't know about it, we fear it. Where we really have to educate.
Yes,
our community.
You have hit on the nail. Yeah. It is the education, because the eyes won't see it, what the mind doesn't know.
That's a very good way of putting it, actually. Yes.
So you have to. The mind is to know. It's the knowledge. When we give knowledge to the people and remove their ignorance, that's the time they will come to know. Because if it is not known to you, you will be fearful. You will be scared. Who is this? Who is this man? You know, like myself in '88, coming in this country, the man with the turban, you know, and children in Dunn stores, okay, they will, if you remember, they will still have those 3-4 stairs in between the different levels. They will catch me, they will ask me, are you a genie? Are you Aladdin? You know, because they are small kids, because they have seen those things in the car. So I will explain them, look, I am a Sikh coming from India, and they will be all. Every time I've gone there, I will have 5-6 children around me, and I will talk to you, sit on the stairs and talk to them. You know, and I would tell them that, look, I'm not a genie, I'm not a Aladdin, but that's the way a child will put on, because he has seen Aladdin. But when the 9/11 came, the racism did pop in.
Yes, it did.
They started calling us Taliban, Afghanis and all. I said, even if we are Afghanis, doesn't matter. Well, we are human beings, you know. I explained them what my religion wants from me. Because they have not seen many Indians even at that time.
You see, that's the whole objective behind these videos. Isn't it? We can bring your community, on our channel to other communities, because we were speaking to other ambassadors and other community groups all day, and they were talking about their community. Yeah. So now the fear of the unknown is what we're trying to get rid of. Yeah.
Because now, problem is, see, if you look at me, my color is different or my attire is different. Okay, while Polish, Romanian, and others, East Europeans, and other like Norwegians or Sweden, they all have practically white color. Unless until they speak, then they come to know. And the problem occurs is when people think they are from outside, they are different people. So we have to look towards commonalities. Yeah. Because commonalities mean cohesion. And when you look at the differences, it causes disaster.
It does, yeah.
Discontention. The main thing is harmony between the communities. That is what we have to do it. And that's what we have to embrace each other.
I think the story about the Irish flag and the Indian flag is very
they are
interesting.
almost
I'd love you
same.
to,
yes.
you know, I'd love you to tell the story. You know the story behind it, because it was something that. Yeah.
But we added up something more onto this one.
Oh, very good.
Like, if you see Irish flag, it doesn't have only 3 colors, vertical.
3 colors, yeah.
We have put it at horizontally, that everybody is at the same level.
Very
Number
good
1.
idea. Yeah.
Second thing is, there is a time circle which is 23 spokes, 24 portions. Yeah. That signifies the time of the day, 24 hours.
Excellent.
So time doesn't stop.
It keeps going.
We have put that one, that keep on progression.
Excellent, yeah. Because I remember in history, and we were talking about independence, and and it came up that when they were designing the flag, and he said, look, if a small little nation like Ireland can get away from the empire and they're living next door, why can't we do, such a large nation in India, do it, and we're over here? And it was kind of, the way it was put to us, that is why the flag colours are the same.
Same. you know. And there is 2-3 reasons for it. The same colors are same, but little different. That is bit of a reddish, ours is bit of a oranges, like saffron color, like, you know, and white and the green. Because the saffron color belongs to the north and the Hindu community and the north of the India. White for the peace and the green for the green evolution, but the Muslim community was also there and they liked the green color. So that's why all the 3 colors. But like here, they were farmers mainly, so they have added the greenery of the natural nature, you know, with that one.
It's a great organization you have. I mean, like, you support everything, you know, from community development and even when you were talking there about the students coming home, you provide them with
we do help them out.
You look after your own very well.
Yes, like I was member of the sport group which was formed by the Indian ambassador and during COVID times. So I was the doctor and Dr. Hemant Kumar, these are 2 doctors. Then there was a psychologist and there were people from different walks of the life. Women and young students also from Trinity and here. So they were coming up with their problems and we were trying to help them out. Embassy was also helping, Indian Embassy was also helping, we were helping. They will ring me, or Dr. Kumar, they will ring me for a prescription. Right. And he will help them, I will help them on advocacy of the health, sometimes giving prescription. Those tourists who came from India, they were stuck here, some of the parents of the students, they were stuck here, they couldn't go back, so we did help them. If a person didn't have the money and they didn't have the accommodation, we tried to accommodate them. Dr. Baj, you know, he accommodated 2 people. He had another, rented property for rent. So in one of the rooms, he put them. He said, okay, you stay.
I think that is something that I think is very unique to the Indian community, is that if something costs something and a person needs it.
Yes, we do come up with the open arms.
Yeah,
yes,
it's not kind of like...
like you can see the example of the Gurdwara in 2011, 9/11, after 9/11.
Yeah.
We have accommodated more than 100 students there.
Yeah, it's a great...
Although council came and the fire people came and the immigration came, we survived all of that.
Yeah, it's a great way to be, that you're fully supportive of your own community. Now, when it comes to integration, and you used the word about assimilation on another topic. Yeah, I actually think it's integration and not assimilation that we should be looking at.
No, they are very different. Assimilation is, now if you look up the number 1 to 9, okay, 1 is in every number. It has been added to every number, but first is the 1, and before that there is a void. So we say God created as a void, He was sitting in the void, and He brought 1 and oneness with everything. So once we put 2 ones together, it becomes 11. And if you put next one, it is 111. Next one, so it's 1, 1. It's 1 to 1. Assimilation is when 2, 1 you add up, it becomes 2. So it is another identity.
Yes.
So identity changes if you try to assimilate. Although people might say it is like sugar in the milk that it's got, but sugar lost the identity. Although it will give you the taste,
it's gone.
It's gone. So both will, there should be a separate. Sugar should remain as a sugar,
That's a wonderful way of describing it now with the ones. It's the first time I've actually heard it, to be honest with you. I think it's an excellent way to
I do not believe in assimilation. No. I said, let me keep my culture. You learn something from me, and I learn something from you.
That is one of the main aims of our international festivals, and how we let other cultures see to do culture.
That's why in FICCI, we are different organizations, all joined together for common problems like helping the students, immigration problem, visa problem, day-to-day over racism problems. We can tackle all those things, and we can. But although the original, the association, they do their cultural functions and all that. We attend everybody, but FICCI celebrates only one common function of India, India Day.
Yes, I've seen that in August. I thought it was a great. I was following it actually, your videos, and I was looking at them, and I was even hoping to contact you, and if it was possible, I'd love to use those videos even in this program. You know.
So India Day and the Republic Day of India on 26 January. You know, these two showcase where there's a commonness between all the states, because our motto is unity in diversity.
A few moments ago, you did mention the word, and sometimes people try to shy away from it, but we have a concept in Twilight of courageous conversations. Let's talk about it.
Creative.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yes.
And you mentioned the word racism. Yes. Is there much of it? How would I put it? A lot of it goes unreported, and it's only the people at the coalface when they hear it, and it doesn't go to the Gardaí, and it doesn't. Is it an issue that we have here in Ireland?
Oh, it is there, it was there, it is there, and it will remain there.
Is it?
In any community, it will remain. Whether it's Ireland or USA or Canada, it will remain. Unless until communities open up more.
Right, and that's the idea, the concept of this. We have like an international cultural house where you can come and you can protect and practice your heritage, your history, your culture, your music, your language, and so can another one. But then by you and the other culture maybe meeting in the canteen, or you organically come together. And yeah.
A lot of people don't, we say love all, hate none. That should be the motto. Right. Love all, hate none. Now, some people say, oh, of course, these are there. They tolerate, you know. I hate the word tolerate. I said, don't say tolerate. Say accept, not assimilate. It is the acceptance of each other as a person, as a human being, not as tolerant, you know. If you are tolerant of my presence there, that's not acceptable. They should accept it that I have got equal, you know. All human beings in this world are made up of same number of chromosomes, 23 from the father and 23 from the mother, to make it 46. If one is less, even 0.1 is less, there is a genetic disorder. Okay, so we have, everybody is equal, whether it is a woman or it is a man. There is equal. Who has given birth to the woman? The man. So we don't know who came first, man or the woman. But we know only up to this much how the life is created for the humanity or for the animals. We are still, you know, not sure it's the chicken which came first or the egg. We don't know. How the God created the world, we don't know. Because He is the generator, He is the operator, He is the destroyer.
Your organization, right? And I have to say, at 45,000, I thought that was quite a big number, and now you're saying it's growing. Are they spread out all over Ireland?
Yeah, they are all over.
Or is there a bigger concentration up here?
Bigger concentration in Dublin, of course, being the capital. If you look up the population of the Ireland, more than half of the population is in Dublin. Right. And rest half is spread all over the country. And how much is spread in an area of 40 kilometers by 40 kilometers in 1600 kilometers? More than half the country's population is in Dublin or Greater Dublin. Rest all are outside.
When you had your Indian Day, and as I say, I was following it closely, and that's how I actually said I'd love that this organisation we could work with them, because your ideals and your goals they match what we do, and I just love the idea. And our motto is communities are stronger together. Yeah. That's our motto. But did the people that lived outside of Dublin, did they come to your festival?
Yes, they also, because every single corner, like Galway has got one association and all that. So when India Day comes, they do come. On Indian Independence Day, they do come.
Is there many, we'll say, in the age group of 17 to 30, that kind of age group, or are we?
Or the all age group they come,
Right.
because when somebody's parents are here, students' parents, they also come on the India Day, and it's a sort of, because a lot of students, like from here up to the Cork, a lot of students are there, and they have got nowhere to go, and they see an opportunity to see the Indian culture, dances, and they themselves dance also. You know,
It's a wonderful culture, colourful.
It's an outing for them. You know, for to come on the India Day and meet people and greet people, and it's a sort of a networking also.
Yeah, because Mr. Shuri at the time and then his son Rahman, they would have introduced me to the Indian culture and the Hindu culture, and I mean, he gave me some wonderful silk pictures.
Yes,
and
now
every picture told a story.
Now we have been able to make the Hindu Cultural Center here.
Yes, yeah.
We have made it. Dr. Hemant Kumar, like I am the co-founder with them also, you know, and I was the director there. I recently resigned as a director from there, and the Dr. Hemant Kumar is the present on the chair there. He's the president of the VSCCI, but Mr. Shori was also a co-founder. And their family was, his brother-in-law is still involved, he's still a director. So we founded it. Of course, the teething problem are there. Some of the people may object and differences could be there, but they can be resolved by talking always.
There is this year the International Culture Festival is talking to people and getting their views and showing the other cultures what it is. But one of the things that I would like to ask you, do you think there's an opening to have an International Communities Festival where we would bring all the communities to the one venue?
Yes,
And
there should be one.
A Polish community, Indian community, Romanian community,
yes.
Bengali community, and we have one festival maybe over a weekend, and we show your culture, everyone's culture.
Everybody should have a international day here, especially like in Dublin. Either it should be done in Formula, okay, but Formula is small for holding so many countries. Marion Square is good, or Phoenix Park is good, where they can open space can be given, and every community can bring their own cultures.
I think actually
with the help of the government should be also
have to step in,
providing like markets for them, different allocation for different communities, and they can show their culture, like either selling food or showing and there could be on the stage all the dances and the culture could be shown of different things.
Yeah, because it is something, I have to be honest with you, that I have been looking at for 2022. And in Kilkenny we have a castle park. I don't know whether you know I've been in Kilkenny.
Yes, I know.
And that is a fine venue because it also goes out onto the parade now, and the parade is completely different.
Yeah, Catherine Park is somewhere near when we go towards Kilkenny.
Yeah, no, it's I tell you, off of the high street.
After, yes.
Nice big castle.
Yes.
I think
Then
there's
it goes inside, yes.
6 or 7 acres. So something like that could be an option, but it is something, and I agree totally with you, that it would be of great benefit to everybody to see.
Certainly, Vicky will certainly take part in that one, if you go for that one. And because we have got, so we can give a mix of Indian culture there.
You are involved in so many different groups. You've been the founder of this and the chairperson and the director of this. Where do you find the time and energy?
Time is still 24 hours, and you have to take out from there.
Right.
It should be your passion when you are working for community, you have to take out the time.
And as you said, this short interview is just to let people see another community. If now, if you'd like to address the camera and just to give a brief outlook of what you feel and your thoughts, and so that the other communities can actually see your vision.
No, mine is that it is the human beings who are the most important, and we have to live in peace and harmony with everything. And what I mean with the peace is, be pleasant, first P, The meaning of the peace lies in the spellings.
Right.
P as pleasant and polite. E, give equality to everybody. Be amicable, A. And C, be courteous and contented. One should be contented, whatever he has got and what he is giving to the others. Or you can say care of the community. And E is be elegant and be eloquent.
I have to say, just talking to you, your way you describe things is unique. Do you do public speaking? Do you talk to groups?
Yeah, I do talk to the groups here and there, you know, but like peace and harmony. If the harmony is not there, then you can't survive.
Have you ever spoke to cross communities, like we say?
Yeah, we do talk with the cross communities. We do, you know, like with the Dublin City Interfaith Forum, we do talk about the religions and talk about different topics that, and then respondent is there. But main thing is the education of the masses.
I have to say, Dr. Kerr, I could talk to you for hours. I mean, I love the way you've described things like peace and harmony. It's just a wonderful way of life, and it sounds very content.
Yes, you have to be contented, truthful to yourself first, then to the others. I say, I'm not saying people should not ask for the rights. People should ask for the rights, but before asking for rights, they should know that they have got some duties as a citizen, as a human being. So everything should come out of your duty, not as a part of a duty. Not out of your morality it should come, you know, that I am doing this one with a compassion, and it should be my passion to do that one.
I am sure that we're going to speak again, because as I say, the time constraints on, but your concept and the way you look at things is absolutely endless.
Like Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikh religion, he gave us 3 principles: Kirt karo, Naam japo, and Vand chako. Kirt karo means have an honest earning yourself. Don't ask the hand this, it should be this way. That's what we have been taught. You must thank the God all the time. The Creator. God, Creator, whatever you want to say, you can say that person. We don't know. We haven't seen him. And then community. Vand chako means whatever you have, you must share with the community. Must give out the extra to the community. It doesn't matter, community, start from your home to your neighbors, your relations, friends, and then the wider community. If you have still extra, become a philanthropist, you know, and keep on distributing, you know. Even giving knowledge to others is a philanthropy. Because we say, akli payeman, akli kije daan, with the brain, with the wisdom, you get an honor.
It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and I surely think that we'll be talking again very soon. Yes. Listen, thank you for joining us today, and that was a wonderful.
Thank you very much.
It was a wonderful insight into the FICI, and Dr. Jasbir Singh Puri. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, you saw the connection there, that one of his first posts was here in Kilkenny in St. Luke's Hospital. He is the chairperson of the Federation of Indian Communities in Ireland, and as you see, there is a large Indian community, plus students. And from the video you will have seen how they look after their own, and I have to say from our experience that the Bengali, the Indian community, they are very good to their own diaspora when in need here in Ireland.
And this is what I see from my point of view. I see they are a very strong community, which one really support each other. Can you say that
very,
as well?
Very, very strong, Anya. And as I say, we've often come across it where if a family or an individual had anything to do, it might be a health problem or anything like that, they will rally around and they will support them. Now, we will have a festival in 2022, We would have worked with the Bengali on their previous festivals, and they do have over 2,000 people will turn up in Kilkenny for a one-day festival.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope so everyone will be joining us for the next program, because we will be talk about the European communities in Kilkenny as well, yeah?
Very good, yeah.
Thank you very much.